So we'll get started. So we have admin portal as well as the employees portal. So employees portal is a dedicated portal for the respective employees to view their payslip details and other payroll related informations. So here we are seeing the admin portal. So once you log in as an administrator, this is how you'll be greeted with. This is the dashboard for you. And here you can oversee all the payroll related activities that is going on in your organization. So at top, you can find the ongoing payroll in your organization. So this for the March month, and below here you can find the employee summary, which will give you the active number of employees in your organization, and you can find the bifurcation of how many are GCC nationals and how many are expat employees. And further, you can find the social security benefits. So the social security benefits calculated in the system. So the summary of that will be shown to you here. And further down below here, you can find the payroll cost summary. So it is a statistics to show you how much cost is incurred in running the monthly payroll in your organization throughout the financial year. So this graph will be populated once you have done the payroll for the particular month. And here we have this to task section to show you if there's any pending task which needs the admin's attention, it will be notified here. So something like this, if there's any personal document you have uploaded for the employee, and if it is about to be expired, it will be shown to you here. And also if there's any salary revisions pending for the approval, all such pending tasks will be notified here. And on the other hand, in the left hand side, you can find all the key modules of Zoho Payroll. So first one here is the employees module where you can manage all the employees information. So these are the list of employees I have added in this particular organization. You can also filter out all the employees based on work location, department, designation to have a better view if you want to view. And here in employees profile, you can find all these information. So here is the overview of employee profile. So here we have basic information, personal information, and then their payment information. And within the employee's basic information, you can find all these details like the employee name, the employment type, whether they are in probation or they are a permanent employee, the employee ID, the date of joining of the employee, the confirmation date, the work email address, and all these information will be capturing, including this contract type, whether they are in limited contract or unlimited contract. And if you want to give an access to the employees portal, you can enable the option here. And also you can choose the nationality of the employee, whether they are a GCC national or they are an expat employee. If they are a GCC national, then you can mention yes and choose a respective nationality. Otherwise, you can mention no and choose that respective nationality of the expat employees. So this all information would be essential for us to calculate the social security benefit for the GC nationals, and for expat employees, we will be able to calculate the gratuity based on the applicability, right? So all this information will be captured under this employee profile. So this was an overview of employees details, and further here you can find the employees salary breakup. You can find the salary structures, the compensation details, and you can find their payslip informations here. And further here, we have loans related information. If the employee has availed any loans or any salary advances, we have a dedicated module here as loans, so where you can manage all these informations, loans, salary advances, and all. And that summary will be shown to you here in the respective employee if the employee has availed any loan. And further, you can find the employees documents. So if you have gather all the employees KYC documents, whether it is Emirates ID, contract document, driving license, visa, all these informations can be captured over here. You can upload the document here with all these information, with document number, country, and issued on, valid from, the expires on. All these validity information needs to be captured. So this you can manage it over here. So if you want to view this document dashboard, to view all the employees document altogether in one place, here is the dashboard for you. You can also filter out the document type, whether you can choose a file type which you want to view for all employees, the country, the employee wise also you can choose, right? All this in dashboard. I mean, this particular interface is available here for you to view. And further, you can find the pay runs where you can run the regular payroll as well as the final settlement payroll for the exited employees. And then we have the salary revision approval. So once you have done the salary revision, it will go through an approval process. So that needs to be approved here. And then we have documents, we have report section. We'll see all this model in detail. Before that, I'll show you the configuration part, and then we'll come back to this. So here in settings, you can find all the configuration of Zoho Payroll. First one here is the organization profile. You'll be updating your organization logo, the organization name, the industry you serve in, date format that you follow across in your organization. All this information needs to be captured here. And further, you can find the option to add the work location. So work location can be added from here, right? So in work location, you can specify the work location name, the address, the city, whether the business jurisdiction is under the free zone. If yes, you can mark the free zone location. So these things can be created or updated here. In case of Zoho People, we have Zoho People as an HRMS solution. So Zoho People can be integrated with Zoho Payroll, and with this help of integration, we can sync in the employee's work location. So once the work location is synced, it can be basically Zoho Payroll can be used as a standalone tool. If you are going to use Zoho People, it can be integrated, and with that integration, you can sync the location here. And in that location, if you want to mark that location under a free zone, you can also mention that. And after this, you will come to the security, social security part. Here, you can find the social security benefits being shown to you. So based on the GCC nationals you have added in the organization, it will show you all the respective social security benefits. So here in this organization, I have added employees from Saudi and from Bahrain, and a few are from Abu Dhabi. All these employees are available from GCC region. So you can find the respective social security benefit here. So within this, you can find the employer and the employee contribution percentage, and the maximum contributory wage is something which you need to configure. And you can find the list of components which are considered for this a particular benefit calculation. And down below, you can also find this option which says postpone the updated GOSI contribution due to salary revision to the next calendar year, which means that if you're doing any salary revisions, and with that salary revision, there will be a change in contribution towards this GOSI. If you want to contribute, continue to contribute the existing contribution, then you can enable this option, and the new contribution will be considered from the next calendar year. So that is what it means. So this can be enabled if you want. So next one is salary component. So this is the salary master section where you can have all the earnings, benefits, and deductions. After creating all these components, you can go and define the salary structure out of it. So here in earnings, you can see here basic, housing allowance, and all. So these are the one which are created by default. The rest of the other components I have created on my own. So if you want to create additional earning components, you can find all those earning components in this list. You can choose the one that you want to create, and can mention the name of the component, and the calculation type. You can keep it as flat amount, or if you want to keep it as percentage of basic. And if you want to calculate based on the working days in a month, then this pro rata basis option can be enabled. And here in the right hand side, you can find the social security benefits being highlighted. So these are the one which are considered for this particular earning component. So this GPSA as per 2023 pension law, ADR PBF, and PIFSS. This all social security benefits are being considered for this transport allowance. So all these things are, social security benefit are pre-configured to consider the respective earning component. So these things are taken care. And further, you can find, so we have seen the option to create a fixed earning component. What if you want to create a variable pay? So that can also be created here. We have bonus, commissions, all these variable pay can be created. If you want to have a component, if it is not listed down here, then you can choose this custom allowance as the option. You can choose variable pay, and whatever it is, fixed pay or a variable pay, you can choose that. And also, like when you're creating a variable pay, you'll also get to say this custom formula. So if you want to have component which has a formula to arrive at a value. So let's say for leave encashment you might be having a formula, right? And for OT calculation you'll be having a formula. So all those components can be created using this custom. So we have OT. Let me show you overtime allowance. So if you choose overtime allowance, you'll get this custom formula, and here you can embed the formula. So number of overtime hours is something which you need to give as an input while you're doing the pay runs. I'll show you that in the pay runs part. So basically, this is a step to create all the earning components, whether it is fixed or variable pay. In benefits, you can create the benefit that are giving to you're giving to the employees, and deductions can be created here. Deductions can be one time or recurring, so that can be created under this part. And further, we have salary template. If you want to create a predefined salary structure for different category of employees, which can be associated with employees, easily, right? So you can have all those salary structure in a form of a template here. You can add the required earning components here, and you can save it. So it's an additional option. It is not a mandatory one. I'll show you how we can import the employee salary details in a bulk manner in the employees module. And further, we have this employees details. So here is where you'll be recording the organization's, the establishment ID, the reference, employer reference, employer bank code. All these information are crucial for generating the SIF file, right? So this details would be used in the SIF file generation, and that will be available to you while you're doing the pay run, right? And in pay schedule, you can configure the first pay period. So when you want to get started from Zoho Payroll. So let's say you're starting from now onwards. You can keep the first pay period month as April month, April 2024. And we can also bring in the past payroll details of this current financial year. So which means that you can import the past payroll details from January till date. So January, February, March period, and also bring it in the system. And April month, you can do it from the system itself. So this option is there, and you can configure the payday when you want to pay your employees, whether it's last day of every month or any day in the next month. So these things can be configured. And preferences, we can enable the employees portal access. This is the organization level access. So here, once it is enabled for required employees, you can select them all. Maybe you can apply the filter based on work location, department, and all. And you can select them all, and you'll get an option here as enable portal, or you can disable that whenever you want to disable thereafter. So when you enable this for the first time, employees would receive a invitation email. They have to accept that invite, and they'll be asked to provide the credentials to log in. They can set up the credentials. They can log in. So once they get an access to employees portal, so if you want to show any organization related folders to the employees in the portal, you can enable this option. If you have shared any document to the employees, we have this documents model basically. So here you can store the organization related folders or employees folders. So if you have uploaded any employees folder, and if you want to make it visible to the employees, you can enable that option over here. So here is the option to show that document. And if you want to make any announcement in the employees portal, you can just mention that message, and you can choose a date till when you want to get it displayed in the employees portal. And if you want to add any additional fields, we call it as custom field. So those custom fields can be created here. And from users and roles, you can invite multiple people to your organization who will be managing the payroll in your organization. So any payroll related activities or any payroll processing access that you want to give to any users, whether they are from accounts team, finance team, payroll team, can give an access from here. So here is a role section where you can customize the level of access. So there are several modules here. So let's say here in employees model, we have full access, view, create, edit. So this level of access can be customized. Like if you want to give an access just to create the parent, or maybe to give an input to the parent, can give them the access only with these access till edit. And approval level of access can be given to somebody else, right? All these customization and role can be done. And in templates, you can find various payslip templates, right? So you can choose any one of these templates, and you can keep that as a default one. So this is one of the template that we have. And here you can find the employee's pay summary with all these information: employee name, designation, date of joining, paid days, employee ID, the mole ID, IBAN number, and all the employees earning deduction. All these things are available here. You can also upload the organization logo. It will be displayed here. And here is the full and final settlement payslip format. So this is the one which will be sent out to the exited employees after the final settlement is over, right? And here, this declaration by the receiver content can also be modified. And further, you'll get the option to send out the salary certificates to the employees, salary revision letters, bonus letters. So these things can be triggered from the system itself, right? And further, we have, I also mentioned about Zoho People earlier. So in addition to that, we have Zoho Books and Zoho Expense integration. Zoho Books, as most of you must be aware of it, Zoho Books is an online accounting tool. So by integrating Zoho Books, we can post the journal entries into Zoho Books account automatically. So here is the integration page between Zoho Payroll and Zoho Books. So here in the integration page, first thing is to link the bank account using which you'll be paying your employees. So, based on that, in your banking module in Zoho Books, the transactions can be posted. So that bank account, details can be provided and it can be saved here. And further, you'll get the option how you want to record that transaction, whether it should be captured as an individual transaction or it should be a group transaction. We can record that. And further, the journal entries will be posted, right? So that journal entry, if you want to post it as an accrual basis or a cash basis, right? So all these, configuration would be available. And if you want to post that journal entry in a draft status or in published status, can be done. And down below, you can find the respective expense and liability accounts in each pay type. We have earnings, statutory deductions, net pay, all these things. And these expense and liability accounts will be mapped automatically. But if you are already maintaining any certain expense or liability accounts, if you want to map it with that, can choose the respective account from the listed drop down, right? So these are the accounts which are already created in Zoho Books. So if you have created one already, you can find it here and you can map it to the respective accounts. So this is how you'll do the integration with Zoho Books, right? So now coming back to the key module, employees module. So here I've shown you what all details we are managing in this profile. So in order to add all this information, we have three methods. We can either go to add employee and we can add all the employees details one by one manually, which is going to be a tedious task. So we have another option for you. So we have this import data, and here you can find various details which can be imported in bulk. We have salary details, salary revisions, and complete employees basic details. So this is employees detail file. And also in each of these import option, we have a sample file attached. So here you can see we have the sample file in CSV and XLS format. You can download the sample file. I'm downloading a sample file here. And yeah. So this is the sample file and it is pretty straightforward. You just need to update the employee number, which is their ID, based on which all these information will be mapped, right? You can update their first name, middle name, last name, gender, date of joining, all their basic information, right? Personal details, payment information, and all, and we can drop it here. So in this manner, we can import the employees information, and further, we can use the salary detail option to import the salary information, right? And also we can use the salary revision option to do the salary revision in bulk, or if you want to do it directly from the UI itself, then you can come here and you can find revise option in the respective employee salary details, and you can revise their salary, right? The compensation can be updated, and you can choose a salary revision effective from month, from which month you want to consider the salary revisions, and in which month you're going to pay this out. Let's say you want to pay this out in April month pay run, you can choose April month, right? And after this, once you have submitted this, or maybe you have imported the salary revision in bulk, then it will go for an approval. And here is where you'll be approving them all. You can also select them all and you can approve it or maybe reject it. Both the options are available. Now, after this, you can come to the parent part. So once after your configuration is over, once you have onboarded all your employees, with all the informations with their personal details, payment information, salary details, now you are ready to do the regular payroll. So here is the March month payroll. And once this is created, this is how a parent screen will appear, right? So in the parent screen, you can find all these key informations like the pay period, the base days. Base days is nothing but the actual number of payable days in a month, right? And you can find the overall insight about this parent. You can find the summaries like benefit summary, payment summary, the component wise breakdown. If you want to view it component wise, you can get it here, right? We have tax and deductions summary, right? And in employee summary, you can find all the employees' salary breakup. Like if you click on any employee, you can find their salary breakup, all their compensations. And for the GCC national employees, you can find the respective benefits, the social security benefits being calculated. Now, if you want to add any additional earnings like bonus, incentives, anything like that, can be added directly, or we can import them. LOP can also be added from here. In order to import this LOP, we have this loss of pay LOP details option. You can import them from here. So in this file, basically, you just need to update the employee ID and the number of loss of pay days. If you want to import the payable days details as well, you can also import them. And with the help of Zoho People integration, as I mentioned earlier, we can integrate people with Zoho Payroll. So here, once it is integrated, you can find fetch data. So the job becomes easier here when you have integrated. Then you just need to click on fetch data and the LOP will be applied to the respective employees. And based on their payable day, salaries will be calculated, right? And now, in order to import the one-time earning and deductions, we have this one-time earning and deduction detail. You can import them. So this is the same file where you'll also be importing the number of overtime hours. If you have overtime calculations, you can import the overtime hours. So I'll show you the sample file here. Okay. So, okay. So basically here is where you'll be entering all the bonus, commissions and all. So you can also add one more column with overtime hours. You can just mention it in the format hours and minutes, right? And we can import them here. And yeah, and you will be, let's say you have different overtime calculation. So for you must be having one with the 1.25 as overtime rate and the other might be 1.5 or 2. We can have overtime components in three different rates, right? So these three different rates can be associated with the respective employees. While you are updating them, you can add it to the respective employees. So you can have three different columns here for overtime allowance, and you can map it to the respective employees, and we can drop it here. And overtime calculation will be applied to the respective employees with the required rates, right? And also, if you want to hold the employee salary, right, you can hold this employee salary directly, or we can use the import option also. We have this import option here for withholding the salary or for releasing it to the employee. If you want to find the list of employees for whom the salary was withheld in the previous month, can find the list from here, right? And further, if you want to export the parent details in an Excel format, you can export it from here, and all other payroll related details would be available, like LOP you have applied, and the payment details, employee reimbursement details, all these things. And if you want to see the comparison report, comparison with the previous month employee salary, so we have component wise difference report and component wise and employee wise difference report. So both of these reports are available. The differences would be highlighted to you, right? So once after verifying or providing all the key inputs to the parent, you can click on submit and approve. Now, to do this pay run processing, we have this maker and checker role also. Maker can provide an input to the pay run, and submitter can verify the details and they can approve it or reject it. And later, you can make the payments. Now, the pay run is approved. You have to make the payments now. You can either download the bank advice file, or you can download the SIF file from here, right? So both the options are available. You can download this. This will have all the key information which you would require to disperse the salary from your end. Then once the payment is done, once it is completed, then you have to choose the payment date when you have made the payments to your employees, and you will confirm. And thereafter, the payslip notification email will be sent out to all the employees. Right. So this is how you'll do the regular payroll. In case if any employee leaves your organization, right, you can just directly go to the employee's profile. You'll get initiate exit process. You'll get option to update the last working day, reason for exit, and yeah, so you can choose a final settlement date and you can proceed. So this will actually create a separate payroll for the exited employees, so which is a final settlement payroll. So this is Alela Ali, and this is the employee who is exiting the organization. You can do a separate FNF for them, or if you want to do a combined or a bulk termination for maybe 10 or 15 employees might be resigning from your organization. If you want to do it all together in one single parent, that bulk termination option is also available. So this is a single payroll, final settlement payroll for this employee, and here is where you'll be updating all the overtime allowance calculation value, like the hours needs to be inputted, and further if there's any bonus, commissions, all those things can be added. If you want to add any reductions, you can add them all, and you can save and continue, and you can make the payments, right? So this is how you'll do the regular termination payroll. And in case if you're using Zoho People, then like I mentioned earlier, that you can just go to the employee's profile and you will get any initiate exit process. So if you have integrated Zoho People, that would not be the case. In Zoho People, you'll be updating the employee status as resigned or terminated, and you'll be updating the date of exit in Zoho People itself. Once that is done, then in Zoho Payroll, you'll get a pending task like this, saying this employee has been exited from Zoho People, right? And then you'll be processing the FNF for them, right? So this was all about the regular payroll and the final settlement payroll. And in loans section, you can record different loans or salary advances, whether it is personal loan, medical loan, all these things can be created and added to the respective employees. And yeah, you can choose the disbursement date, the loan amount, and you can mention the installment amount that needs to be recovered from the employee salary month on month, and the start date for the loan EMI recovery, right? So this thing can be recorded, and if there's any pre-closure by the employee, you can also record that repayment details. And if you want to pause and resume the installment reductions from any particular period, right, you can also schedule that, or you can immediately pause the installment reductions. And yeah, now finally coming to the report section, here you can find various payroll related informations. I'll quickly highlight you the key reports, and then we'll move on to the employees portal. So here in report section, we have salary register. You can find the monthly salary details which you have processed. You can find all these informations like employee ID, the name, all the earnings you have processed, benefits, deductions, net pay. And you can also apply a filter with work location, department, designations, and all. You can also include the employee's basic details in it. If you want to create a custom tag, like we have something called reporting tag, employees can be categorized based on the tags. So based on that tag, we can also filter out these informations. That is the purpose of having a reporting tag. You can filter out the employees information, and this particular report, the salary register report, can be exported from here. And we have the salary revision reports as well. If you have done the salary revision, I can also choose a custom period for which you want to view the report of the salary revision done. And you can also find the bifurcation in the salary. What was a previous previous pay, and what is a revised pay, and what is the difference in each compensation. All these things will be available to you. And you can also find the gratuity liability report. Yeah, and you can also find the DIFC, DES, DEWS summary. Right? All these reports would be available to you, and also you can find the activity logs. So you can use this for the auditing purpose also. So other users in your organization who must be doing the payroll and all can find the activity logs of them, can use this for the auditing purpose. Now coming to the employees portal, let me show you that. Switching to the employees portal now. All right. So this is the dashboard for the employees. So they'll be getting an announcement if there's any notification shown to the employees, it will be notified here, and they can find their summary of the profile. We have a profile for them, like they can view their profile details with the personal documents. In documents, they can find the files which are being shared with them, like their personal documents. All those things would be available to them. In payslips, employees can find their payslip details. They can download them, or no, they can print them. And in salary details, they can find the salary details, the compensations. And if there's any salary revision, you can view them in a graphical manner. And with all these salary revision history, they can find the annual earning in a graphical manner with month on month earning benefits details, and they can find the year to date value also.